All right, welcome to lesson 62, H Radio 223 part-time. Promotions and queue builders for 5 out of 9. The textbook references page 218 to 220. As you can see, it's going to be a short lesson, another one. And that is from Cullinan and Nash, the Next Level Radio textbook, chapter 6.3. All right, let's continue with our conversation around being able to understand promotions, activations, uh, sponsorships, online competitions, as well as digital competitions, and how we play a role as DJs. So, DJs on air execution. And understanding the importance it is to our passive, our active, as well as our listeners, as well as our brand and our clients that has been paying for all of this all along. All right, so in executing a promotion, it's important to keep in mind that purpose. What purpose is again the promotion for? When I say the purpose of it, as I explained in previous ones, are we here to increase our listenership? Are we here to make sure that certain products are being being focused on, highlighted, spotlight services, new services for companies are being also spotlighted, and again focused on, and made sure that it is communicated and understood in terms of brand awareness, and kind of that putting that little bit a bit of a seed in their head as to, maybe if I want to go buy a car instead of a Hyundai today, I'd like to go buy, let's say, a Toyota. I don't know, because this particular promotion shows me that I've been looking for a car, right? I am in the market right now. And Toyota is something that I didn't consider before, but now that I hear on air, it's a great price. There's a great opening special for it, a release special, and I would like to go at least have a look and maybe turn, and Toyota would like to turn that, into, like, convert that into an actual sale, right? Okay. So we do play an integral part in the return on investment. While I keep saying this, what did the client get out of this at the end of the day? To entertain the passive listener, get them listening longer. It's talking about the content, right? We are we want to make them again have that water cooler effect, as I've said before. Where they've enjoyed the experience. Did you hear this? Couldn't believe that they did this. It was such a spectacle. I wish I could be there. I'll definitely go be there for this. This live activation. Tomorrow when I've got a little bit more time, or during my lunch break, whatever it may be, to engage the radio contest and research participants to get them playing along and therefore listening longer and talking about the content itself. So, again, that's again the radio contest and research participants. Keep saying that this can be a wide variety of people as well, not just the listener, right? So the research participants are people that would like to find some feedback from, right? And that can be many different parties to create platforms of engagement for brands and advertisers, as we've all said before. So this is just a bit of a summary. The three stakeholders: active, passive listeners, as well as the sales and brand, right? The brand, should I say, will inform the execution process. So they will, at the end of the day, right? They'll be who dictates how we are going to conceptualize this particular competition, the way that we roll it out on air, again, also on digital or on our webpage. And, it does make sense at the end of the day. Okay, one, tease or throw forward to what is going to be happening, so we know what a teaser is. It's a way that we can originally captivate their attention, in a previous link, throwing forward to what is going to be happening in the next 10, 15 minutes, or if it's I would call a long running promotion, something that might require some entry mechanism to be pushed, so you can enter as many times as you want. The big, obviously, big 100,000 Rand giveaway is happening at 10 to 7. So you've got a whole hour. I'm now, let's say, teasing or throwing forward, at, let's say, 5 past 6. I don't know, right? Okay. And I'm teasing or throwing forward. We can do that. Alternatively, use obviously the rules of engagement to know that, listen, yeah, let me at least entice or throw forward to the next 10 to 15 minutes to make sure people do, they are around as well in terms of our average time spent listening and the habits that do obviously, are associated with that particular understanding of a listener's, behavior. Execution of the winning moment. Now that really, again, is as important as everything else. But like if you bumble that up at the end there in any kind of way, you don't. Let's say you don't say it's congratulations, courtesy of BMH or Boston Media House, Boston City Campus, whatever it may be. They are giving you. We all together are giving you us and BMH Radio. Should I say Boston City Campus, Boston Media House campuses and VMH Radio are giving you a once in a lifetime experience to go watch, and then we'll say whatever is live in concert. Okay. Making sure that those winning moments are also prepped, to make sure that this person doesn't know that they are going to win, but they are going to be available. And I've said this in a previous lecture, like for example, and it's not just quickly like sidebar example, you would go and a producer would, let's say, pre-prep them and say, listen, we'd like you to be available, possibly if we are going to be calling you at, let's say 10 to 7, using just a previous example, right? So please be at your phone. If you are not, then obviously you don't qualify for the prize. Knowing full well, if we get like okay, yes, I definitely will be available, then we know that they're going to pick up. We will obviously, just in case, I mean, we do feel that there is a little bit of a reason, most of the time there isn't, to doubt that, we would prep a second listener, right, a second finalist, to see, that someone does pick up, right? If you want to have that type of a winning moment, they must pick up. Hi, am I speaking to Chris? Yes, you are. Chris, listen, Chris here from BMH Radio. So I know that 50,000 Rand right now, giving it to you, this very moment, it's definitely not gonna have like a bad, uh, you know, a bad result or a bad impact on your life, right? Be super sarcastic about that, right? No, not at all, not at all. Okay, 50,000 Rand, and I've got 50 Rand here. Uh, 50 grand, Chris, you are whatever the whatever courtesy of whatever, and I don't know, put it out, make it, make it a moment stretch, make them, enjoy the shock value of it, create a magic moment, right? Okay, I'd premeditate obviously how I would execute that to get obviously the best quality of it. All right, so the execution, another vital part to remember is that in commercial radio, if the promotion has a sponsor, partner, or brand attached to it, it must be positioned as the hero of the execution. Like I said, there first we will say there, okay, it's, I mean, like, thank you. Like, we have to obviously thank Boston Media House. I know that you definitely want to also say thank you to them. Go ahead, and we'll push that. We might even get the principals or CEOs or whatever it is to come and say that they can announce that they are giving away like 100,000 Rand to you. Plus, we'll also give you like a brand new, I don't know, like a lounge suite, and we'll give you like 50,000 Rand shopping vouchers at Checkers. And then it really, like, obviously, make your day better. I don't know, whatever it is. Sometimes I want to make this a little bit more interesting. And then let's say they cry or they're excited, or whatever it is, they lose control, whatever it is, you can try to get their attention. It's also a nice thing to have that kind of like organized chaos on air. It's great things that we can again pre-plan and then obviously roll out as close as we can to our what we planned on air. Okay. All right. So as mentioned earlier, it's important to make sure that brand reaches its objectives. One of obtaining excellent audience participation on air to build brand awareness. Lock it in, lock it in. Keep saying the sponsor name, and again, once again, we can work in the sponsor or the client in many different ways throughout the execution of the promotion, plus also banners, and live reads, etc. Right? Okay. Embedding brand messaging into the radio content, like we mentioned before, highlighting new products or product launches, effectively communicating short-term objectives, creating strong positive brand association, and directing listeners to a clear point of purchase and convincing them to buy the product or service, something that we did again cover before, but now All of this, again, is part of your execution strategy. So these objectives need to be met in order for the promotion to be seen, should I say, as a success for a brand or the advertiser. Again, we want to do quality assurance, right? Quality assurance, our check boxes, our checklist here that we have pre and post planned, right? To be able to kind of obviously measure and quantify the process. The reality is that the success of a promotion is always a result of proper preparation, right? So basic rules to just know that to promote any promotion for at least 3 days, right? So definitely on air, definitely off air, whatever it may be. If it's a really big one that's going to last a lot longer, right? We want to be able to also know that we want to promote it a little longer as well, right? So promote any promotion for at least 2 weeks before the event, okay? Right. So that looks kind of familiar, kind of similar, promoting a promotion for at least 3 days. So that's while it's busy running, right? And promoting a promotion from at least 2 weeks before the event. Okay. So tease the promotion at least once 15 minutes before the execution. So with the teaser, as I said, 15 minutes. Put the contest on the station website and send promotional emails to your database of who you've collected. We want to have a weekly news email that does update our listen on a regular basis. Like I say, at a weekly, like normally on a Friday or a Monday is a good time to actually send those mails out. um, Again, kind of look at your listener behaviors when they do. You'll found that via many methods. One is inclusive of how the RAMs are interpreted as well. If we do obviously our in-house research, we can get the focus groups as well. Emails are not bothersome as long as they are done, like I say, regularly and not kind of erratically, constantly getting emails after unsubscribe immediately, but they are a very effective tool of summing up. People are always on their emails, right? And they will take something a little bit more seriously if constructed well, and again, compartmentalized well within the mail. That's nicely, obviously, constructed using like a tool like Mailchimp, etc., to be able to inform your large database of listeners, right? That's in this one particular avenue of communication, right? But we definitely want to use our landing page. Like I said, your landing pages must be actually the strongest focus because you can, from there, yes, you will have your social mediums and your accounts that are linked to that. But again, because the website, we want to be able to add a lot more content, online news, online podcasts, everything that is drawing you to the station page or the app itself, right? Want to be inclusive using that particular tool. Let's look at our last slide here. I told you it's a very short lesson. Make sure that you physically have the prizes at the station before the promotion begins, right? That is one way. The alternative way is we received, obviously, the prizes. And then we will now involve a courier company to deliver it. Should it be a physical prize, we will have, let's say, money that's banked into an account, right? Obviously, a prize account uh, that we will obviously the sales department will then have certain, I'll say, certain employees that will be responsible for transferring that particular amount of those winning amounts, right, to people. If we have tickets, let's say to an event, we must make sure that these tickets are available at the collecting. I'm saying like you don't collect tickets anymore. You can just go have a code or whatever it is that you're going to go and enter at on a ticket web or whatever it may be, right? Copy ticket and all those other places, right? That you can go get your own tickets. We have to obviously pre-plan, make sure that it's accessible and available, right? Publish the content rules on the website. Definitely, please contest the rules. That's not content rules. Just simply con contest. That's right. Yes. Keep the contest rules on hand in the studio. Definitely the ones that are very particular to the competition. Make sure, like for example, you have to say you have to be over 18 to enter this. If it's say alcohol, if it's a traveling prize, or whatever it may be, right? Okay. Give the receptionist a copy of the contest rules properly to properly handle phone queries. That's really obviously that's a great idea, right? As well, because a lot of everyone will be phoning the station immediately when you can get the prizes. How do I get the prizes? I don't know. Even though let's say you have phoned them beforehand, once they have won the prizes, explain to them how this is going to work. Maybe there's a bit of a backlog or whatever it is. So the person's going to think, well, maybe 2 days have passed. I don't see the prize. They're going to phone the station, right? Okay. Send a brief to all staff about the contest procedures. Keep a close record of all winners' information, obviously on the prize system. Record the execution for later use on air. Okay, let's analyze the following promotion with Fubby. Right, okay. So fun, useful, bold, beautiful, or interesting. Let me just get this here. I'm just going to start the share. You just get up here. Yeah. Second. All right. So the share does. In a second. I'm going to share the sound. It needs to be any sound. And then we're going to go here. All right. Let's have a look at one or two of the Red Pepper Coles Jr. Take a Taste Drive promotion. Let's do that there.
What you're about to hear after the roar of the new 2010 Chevrolet Camaro are actual live radio promotional talk-ups that aired on premier radio stations across the country. This promotion was in support of the Dr. Pepper and Carl's Jr. Hardee's Take a Test Drive radio outreach campaign, coordinated by Duray and Company. This compilation of recorded spots represents a sampling of the exciting promotional talk-up that aired throughout the 5-week period during the Dr. Pepper and Carl's Jr. Hardee's radio promotion.
Okay, I think we get it.
We begin our exciting Dr. Pepper Carl's Jr. Hardee's Camaro road trip on the East Coast, starting in Richmond, Virginia, with a revved-up presentation from station WCDX-FM.
Dr. Pepper and Hardee's are giving away a new 2010 Chevy Camaro. And we're also giving you the chance to take a taste drive. Just listen today through Friday for Russ Parr to give you the Take a Taste Drive song of the day. When you hear it, be caller number 9 to win the revved up prize pack of an iPod Touch, a custom Dr. Pepper t-shirt, and $15 from Hardee's to buy a whole lot of Dr. Pepper. One grand prize winner will get all that and $50 from Hardee's. So listen for the Take a Taste Drive song to win with Dr. Pepper, Hardee's, and iPower 92.1. Interactive hip-hop and R&B.
Yeah, very cool, very nice. Obviously, it's very descriptive. Know exactly that you are calling line. Know that these are the prizes that you are going to get. It is obviously this. You've heard this voiceover artist. He's used very predominantly around the world. Also, people that sound very similar to him. For example, we also have heard him here as well being used as sidebar. Right.
34592 FM. I'm looking for caller number.
Okay, this is him. It's number 3.
Driving southeast to the Virginia coast, we take a taste drive with WNVZ-FM in the Norfolk, Virginia Beach, Virginia area.
Z104, the 757 Summer Party Station. How you doing? It's some guy named Jason. Ooh, how I'm having some fun this week. We've teamed up with Dr. Pepper and your local Hardee's restaurant, and it's all about taking that taste drive and winning cool stuff. First off, I want to let you...
Yeah, so just remember, so to note, the on-air DJ will then obviously speak about and reference and, so I say, acknowledge definitely the sponsors first, give it a bit of context, and take the drive here, and continue on.
That your local Hardee's restaurant, along with Dr. Pepper, are giving away 2010 Chevy Camaros. Pretty sweet, right? All you got to do between now and August 4th is stop into your local Hardee's restaurant and get yourself a large Dr. Pepper. Look on the side of the cup. Boom, you could win right there. Now, there's other prizes as well. Don't you worry. But your odds are pretty good. One Camaro a week for 6 weeks? That's not bad. All right, so this is what I want you to do. Every day this week we've been doing this. At 3:30 right now, I'm going to announce a song. All right? And as I kick off 1 full hour of commercial-free music in just a second, when you hear that song play, be the first person to call me on the request line, 473-1045, because I'm going to hook you up, let's see, with a Hardee's gift certificate, a Dr. Pepper t-shirt, and also a brand new 8-gig iPod Touch. That's pretty good stuff, right? You want to know what song it is? It's Mims' Move. You know this song. Get it stuck in your head now. You know it, right? Got it? All right. When you hear that song play, be the first person to call me, and you will score that 8-gig iPod Touch. But you got to hear the whole song in entirety, okay? Oh, the phone lines are all lit up right now. Calm down. I'm getting ready to kick off 1 full hour of commercial-free music, and when it happens during that, that's when you call in. And also check out drpeppercamaro.com. There's more information about the big contests they're doing, and some cool games you can play and get yourself a coupon with Z104.
Yeah, perfect. So it's great execution. Can you imagine that it's been done in like 1 minute 40 seconds? The guy does speak pretty fast, but it's fine. Everything was understood. Everything was definitely palatable and consumable as well. So he explains the mechanism, right? So the mechanism, so how we're going to actually run the competition. So you have to listen to the whole hour. Make sure that you do listen to the full song. So when obviously Mims finishes, he does give you the answer as well. He makes it easy for you to know how to enter. You're going to give him a call. He's going to give you X, Y, and Z. He gave you it. So these are obviously the entry. I said so to become a finalist to get that car. Every single week, he's drawing a number of different finalists, should I say? And this is the way that we skewer people out, right? But also, what's really cool is the way that you have to listen to the entire hour, right? Potentially. It's not going to always be that the song's going to be the last one. That I want to develop a bit of a habit, a bit of an expectation. You understand that maybe we can tune out, or maybe listen only to the last 15 minutes. The song will be randomly placed somewhere within that hour as well to make sure that the time spent listening has been increased, and also we can increase a listener habit, right? So that becomes it works really well. Again, really nice prizes there. I think it was something about the iPhone, something, or not the iPhone, the iTouch, whatever it was. And that's obviously the bigger prize with the coupons here and there and everywhere. So really nice, well-rounded prize. And people I'm saying the Dr. Pepper is getting promoted. Obviously, they're the main sponsor, right? But also we've got a number of other sponsors that are adding some cool prizes in there as well. Okay. All the Dr. Pepper is buying, these particular, let's say, devices, etc., to include in there, and they obviously are definitely paying for the cars, the 6 cars that are, obviously up for grabs. Okay, I'm going to go through all of them. I want to get the listen. I think it should be here. Let's go listen.
Still headed southwest on I-85. Next stop, Greenville, Spartanburg, South Carolina. Check out this air check from WJMZ-FM with Midday Mommy Kelly Mack.
Hey, what's up? It's the Midday Mommy, Kelly Mack, and if you could use a new car, then you need to check out my blog right now, okay? Go to 1073jams.com, hit the blog link, then Kelly Mack, because Dr. Pepper and Hardee's have teamed up, and they're trying to hook you up with a 2010 Chevy Camaro. Not only that, but I want you to post a comment on my blog and let me know what was your most embarrassing car moment. If I read your blog over the air, you will win the iPod Touch and also a Hardee's gift card. So I don't know what you're waiting on, because we're giving away an iPod a day right here on the Kelly Mack Show on 1073 Jams.
1073 Jams. Hey, it's JJ Solomon. You know, Kelly Mack, the Midday Mommy, has a 2010 Camaro and an iPod Touch, courtesy of Dr. Pepper Cherry, Hardee's, and 1073 Jams. Check her out in the midday after Tom, before Michael Baisden. Hey, JJ, check me out after 7 here at 1073 Jams.
Hello, 1073 Jams.
Hi, Kelly. This is Tanya.
Hey, Tanya. Miss Tanya Dickey, I just read your story on the air about your most embarrassing car moment. You don't still have that 1979 Toyota with a clutch leak, do you?
No.
Being that it was a 79 Toyota, what year was this that it broke down?
This was like 93.
1993, so it was already a hoopty at that time.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. Well, girl, I'm going to go ahead and give you this iPod Touch courtesy of Hardee's and Dr. Pepper. We'll also throw in a $15 Hardee's gift card. And don't forget to visit your local Hardee's location so you can qualify for that 2010 Chevy Camaro.
Okay, thank you.
Let everybody know who just hit you up, my dear.
107.3 Jams with Kelly Mack.
Let's rev it up again one more time.
107.3 Jams, 50 minutes of today's R&B every hour with Kelly Mack, your midday.
I'm just going to pause there. So very nice, quick execution, but also making sure that we reiterate the brand, like she made her go and say the station's name. Definitely went and obviously acknowledged the Dr. Pepper, and I keep forgetting who the other person is. Right, they're coming together to offer this great prize, and then they also give them the iPod, this whatever it may be. Right. Obviously quite an old competition as well. I'm old school. I like the phone thing, phone in, do that. Let's speak to them live on air. Let's give them a winning moment. That's really cool. She's really great. You can automatically feel like, oh man, I want to go listen to this woman, man. She's super fun and definitely knows her way around a studio and definitely knows her way around a competition. Definitely also knows her way around connecting to a listener. Very charismatic, very cool. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, great. Okay, so I'm going to stop it there. Let me just stop that share there, and I'm just gonna just so we can just recap right down there on sure. Okay, if we had to look at, let's say, like those different, just that last or that one particular execution by this last female DJ, right? Was it fun? Yes, it was definitely some fun. Obviously the embarrassing moment was there, right? And I mean, that's genuinely, she reiterated on that. Just give me a moment here. Oh, well, before I forget. Okay, right, all right, 62. All right. Anyway, yeah, so it was fun. Was it useful? Well, I mean, it doesn't always have to be all fubby, right? Okay. Useful. It was useful to the person to be able to, I would say, definitely in the way that they were going to be getting something. They were winning something. It was useful to them, definitely, right? To the passive listener, well, it was great. It was a great winning moment, right? And also, like I say, we like sharing these like kind of innocent, embarrassing moments, whatever it may be. Was it bold? Definitely, in terms of bold and beautiful, it definitely was. Like again, that rich execution, that rich investment in there. Again, taking a little bit of an angle to like what embarrassing moments did you have with your car specifically? We are giving away a massive prize, which is the car at the end of the day, at the end of the week, should I say, for 6 weeks, right? And then the last one, is it interesting? Like interesting, it can be again informative, educative, or entertaining, right? All right. How you need to incorporate this whole fubby, right? Instead of Fubi, right? Fubi. We want to go for more fubby, right? Okay, as we've explained in previous lessons. But I'm going to stop that right over there. I hope you learned something. I'll see you in the next